Okay, so remember a couple weeks ago when I told y'all to ask me some questions for my Q&A because I was going to film it the next day? Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the questions. I'm really good at overextending myself and then get overwhelmed, and that's exactly what happened. Like, I'm going to do this and this and this. Okay, where is the video? You know what, I'm going to start with... Sorry. I should have been more prepared. Oh no, that was on Instagram. But how are y'all today? Hi. Hope y'all have had a great... Today's Monday. A great weekend. A great Mother's Day. All that good stuff. So... Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my god. Why did I decide to make a YouTube channel? I got asked that quite a bit of times. I mean, I'm sure that's a pretty popular question with people. Originally, my channel, my husband kind of gave me the idea. He always said I should do it anyway. And we were thinking that I could make recipes for my daughters when they got older, and it could just be like a reference, something for them that they could come back to if they ever wanted to make something of mine, like in the future. You know, figured it wouldn't always be here. So that was the original, and then I started doing it. Of course, I've still got that in mind. I mean, they could still come to it and do that, but I just fell in love with it, and it became more than that for me. I just enjoy the creativity of it, and I love to cook, so that's why. Let's see. Well, Paisley wants to know how much I love her. I love you a whole lot, Paisley. There's no one else I would rather pick on YouTube and Instagram than you. My favorite meal to cook. Oh goodness, I got that a few times too. Favorite meal to cook. You know, I really like breakfast. I really like making shrimp and grits. That popped in my head, so you know, there's so many I can't, but I really love making breakfast food, and I like making shrimp and grits, so we're gonna go with that. Favorite meal that you don't cook? Oh, I think I pretty much... You know, I love a good burger, like a really good burger, like fried egg and everything. Yeah, I made it before, you know, but I never make it, like hardly ever. And it's probably one of my favorite things to eat. So a really good burger. And my tattoos. I got that asked a few times too. This is just a crown, honestly. I just thought it was pretty. And I had seen, you know, go on Pinterest sometimes and look at tattoo ideas. And I had seen this, but it had like white in it as well. But they told me that that wouldn't really show up. So the picture I must have saw was fresh. But they said that, of course, that's gonna wear off. Which I know that for a fact because of this one. I mean, you can still see the white some, but it's not like... Okay, so I always wanted a flower, you know, half sleeve on my arms. This is a carnation, which is my grandmother's birth flower. Back here is a sweet pea, which is mine and my daughter's, actually. My youngest daughter. This is a chrysanthemum. This is for my oldest daughter. It's her birth flower, which happens to be my dad's and my mother-in-law's as well. So, and then this is just rose, which is my husband's birth flower. And I can't remember at the time. I think I was just wanting some little white flowers because my mom's, this don't look like it, but it was the idea, is the, how do you say it, narcissus, I don't know, are those. And so that's kind of, and then this is from the Giving Tree, and she loved a little boy very, very much. And it has the tree trunk. There's one for my son because I don't have him up here on, you know, this is kind of like my family arm. I wish I could show you better. It's gonna be upside down, but this is me and my daughters just holding hands, all chilling. And then what else? Oh, the bull. I am a Taurus. I really like astrology, so kind of. And this, don't mind the bruise. I'm a dog groomer, and I had one go wild on me the other day, and I had a feeling I was gonna bruise. Anyway, oh, I know it's backwards, but it says love and good luck always, Ganny. It's in my grandmother's handwriting from a card, and I got it on the anniversary of her death. I think 3 years ago I got it, but she actually died in 2007. What else? I have a couple of regretted tramp stamps. You don't need to see all that. And I don't know if you can. I have scissors as well, and I kind of want to add. It doesn't look like scissors like that, like some paw prints or something, because people always think I'm a hairstylist. I just keep forgetting about it. And this arm has nothing, and so really next, that's what I'd like to get because I feel like I'm off. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. The tattoos I could show you. What else? All right, now I'm gonna get to the video that has all the questions. No. Okay. What's your most favorite thing to cook? I answered that one. Oh, well, what's your most favorite thing to cook? Dessert, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And I don't know if you're wondering, like, what my favorite thing is for each. My favorite to cook is dinner, but I like cooking breakfast for dinner. I don't know how to answer that. Like, I like breakfast foods, but okay, yeah. So, breakfast. What's your dream vacation if money wasn't an issue? Paris. I really want to go to Paris, especially after reading A Movable Feast, Ernest Hemingway. I really want to go now. To me, it would be neat just to kind of walk around and kind of imagine that I was walking around like where he is or was. And what else? Well, I guess we'll just say, I mean, you just asked for one, so that's it. And my favorite Nespresso flavor, I'm newer to it, and so I've gotten the one I use the most that I actually reordered. It starts with an M, and it's just a regular coffee. It's not like a flavored or anything like that, but it starts with an M, and the pot is like copper. Yeah, I know that's not really helping you. Who is my favorite chef? Gordon Ramsay. Really like Gordon Ramsay, but Ina Garten is a really close second. I really like their, yeah. What would be your perfect date night? Pretty easy. I mean, honestly, I like dinner and go bowling. Like, I just like the time. We don't get it very often. 3 kids, and we don't have any. We have my husband's brother and his family that are near, but other than that, we don't have any family around us, and they have 4 kids. So, it's kind of, I'm not gonna dump all my kids on them, and then again, our niece can babysit sometimes. Anyway, I'm rambling. So we don't get to do date nights often. So, yeah, I think just anything. Anything is perfect. My favorite cookbook. My favorite, most recent one, if this is acceptable, because I don't think I could pick one, but the Magnolia Table one is the one that I've been into recently. That was really good. And I've always loved the Fix It and Forget It slow cooker cookbooks too. That was one of the first ones I got when I moved out. And I actually just ordered that again because I lost that copy. Whatever happened to him. My family's favorite recipe, spaghetti. That's something my husband and I, before kids, made all the time. Like, all the time. All the time. Like, we eat a lot of spaghetti. We don't eat as much anymore. Honestly, as weird as it sounds, like, it's like a treat night. When I finally make spaghetti, if I haven't in a while over here, it's like, yes. Like, everybody freaks out. I'm like, it's just spaghetti, but it is delicious. And we don't do it as much anymore, but Italian sausage instead of ground beef, or a mixture of both. So, let's see. Do you have a favorite passed down recipe from a generation or two back? You know what? Actually, I don't. I wish I had my grandmother's fudge recipe though. It's one of those I really wish I had it. And I don't, but no, I do not. I don't have one. My favorite celebrity chef to watch. Okay, so I know that Gordon Ramsay's my favorite celebrity chef, and he is. But I think, my favorite one to watch, but I think it is Gordon Ramsay. I like his YouTube. I like watching him on there. I love just watching. He's so fast, and so I don't know. I love just everything about him. My favorite YouTuber to watch cooking. There's so many different ones. For like quick and frugal and just for working mom type stuff, I really like Abby at the Simplified Saver. I really like her videos, but like, I don't know if it would just be for her cooking. I just like, I'm really into watching people that create things just out of what they have kind of stuff, or I like watching like pantry staples. I really like to just keep certain things and then just be able to throw in a couple and come up with something. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a lot that I just like to randomly. Oh, Jess and the boys. I love their creativity. I feel like a lot of times, pretty much everything, I know not everything they do is, without a recipe, but I love the uniqueness and the creativity of their stuff. My favorite hobby besides cooking, I really like to read. I haven't read much this year. I don't know why. I think we just have a lot going on. I've started back to work full time, trying to keep up with this, 3 kids, and it's like my brain just can't take it anymore, and I hate that. I think it's just a phase, but I really like to read. Anything else? I like to play Beat Saber. If anybody's got a what's it called? Oh my goodness, Oculus Rift VR. Beat Saber is so fun. What is your favorite holiday meal to cook? I really like cooking Thanksgiving, which is, Thanksgiving. My favorite meal growing up. Ooh. You know what? The first thing that popped into my mind was cheese grits, which is hilarious because I still love them. Love them growing up. I love me some cheese grits. And it's funny because I can remember being a kid and being so angry when my parents made my dad have this bread machine, And I knew when he busted it out with the pizza dough, we were going to have homemade pizza. And I was so mad. I wanted like, you know, Pizza Hut or something. But now, I see it was, I would much rather now make homemade pizza than order out. You know, I mean, I'm sure I probably like, chicken and dumplings. That was good. Chicken and dumplings. My favorite Crockpot meal. Oh, I really like the Crockpot. Speaking of chicken and dumplings, I like chicken and dumplings out of the Crockpot. I like, there is a soup that I have made before. It's like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a Chipotle Mexican type. It's got so many flavors in it and it's so good. What else? Oh, that, I'm just thinking of something recent, but that, the TikTok pasta, the feta one that I just recently finally tried, and I did it in a crock pot. It was so good. Like, I was blown away. Usually I don't jump on bandwagons, like when everybody else is doing it, that's when I'm like, you know? But then when I saw it was a little different than how everybody else was doing it, I wanted to try it in the slow cooker, and it was really good. I'm glad I jumped on that one. Let's see, my favorite recipe to make. I think I've already talked about it. What got you into YouTube? I've answered that. Most favorite meal that I've made on my channel. Taco stuffed shells. If I had, I mean, there've been a lot that I liked, but those are amazing. Amazing. And if I mention any of these recipes that I know I have made, like some, like that one soup I told y'all about, I made like, I don't know, maybe a year ago, like when I first started. So, not that I'm the best, but I have a hard time going back to the beginning, and I have to remind myself that you gotta grow, you know, you gotta start somewhere. So I will pick myself apart and be like, oh my goodness, I've learned so much since then. I guess that's what it is. I've learned a lot. So anyway, what I was getting to is it's one of my older videos, for one. But if I mention a meal here or something and I have a video for it, I will link it down below. A favorite food that you could never go without. I'm trying to think of something other than things I've already talked about. You know, I'm a big fan of pizza. I think if I had to pick one that I just would be devastated if the world got rid of it, it would be pizza. My top 3 meals most often on the rotation. I'll say spaghetti, even though it's not as much as we used to. It's definitely one of them. And lately I've been doing like stroganoff and like Swedish meatballs a little bit more often than I used to. I guess you could say that. And what else? I like a lot of pasta dishes. I feel like I do that a lot. And I also feel like I'm always stocking up on chicken thighs, like when they go on sale. And so I'm always making like a chicken thigh in the air fryer with sides or something like that. I feel like I rotate that pretty often. I don't always, you know, record everything, but most things I do, you know, sometimes I do that. My favorite dessert to make for my family, Paula Deen's banana pudding. It is requested at every family event. That stuff is so good. It is the best banana pudding ever. How did you and your husband meet? It's funny because we met online, but not like today's met online. I was dating for 2 weeks, you know, almost 15 years old, a friend of his. And it's a funny story because they were, okay, I was online. We were like states away, my husband, my now husband, and I think I was visiting family in Georgia. I used to always like to get on AOL chat back in those days. And I was talking to my then boyfriend, or whatever you want to call it. It was 2 weeks. And he had asked my now husband if he would rather talk to A or B, which was me, or the other girl he was talking to. So it's funny. and he chose me, and it's funny because it's just from there, you know. He was, when we first started talking, yeah, he lived in Oklahoma and I was in Tennessee, but his family's in Tennessee also, so yep, we've been together, this year will be 20 years together, and it will be 14 married. So, and we got married on the exact date that we got official, you know, so our anniversary date has been the same, August 31st, through our dating time and marriage. So he can't forget it. So many people telling me they love how real I am. Like, I love that. Like, that means more. It's so funny because when you don't, it's just who I am. And I like it in other people, but I don't notice it about myself, I guess. And so with so many people saying stuff about that or telling me that, no, it's just, I'm glad. And I appreciate the compliments. I really do. Let's see. Scroll by some of the same. What made you start your channel? Blah, blah, blah. A favorite all-time instant pot meal. You know what? I love the chicken and rice recipe. I have made it a couple different times on my channel, just like within the past few months. It is the best chicken and rice recipe that I've ever had. So, yes, so good. Favorite kitchen equipment that I use. That's another hard one. When y'all see, I use my electric skillet like a lot. I love my Ninja Foodi. Well, the Ninja Foodi grill. But I love my Instant Pot slow cooker too. I don't know. I know. I can't pick one. I can't. Like, I love it all. What kind of food is my guilty pleasure? I just love food. Guilty pleasure. That's so hard. Like, why is that so difficult? I don't know. I really love chocolate chip cookies, like fresh out of the oven. How long have I been married? Answered that one. My meal planning process. I swap back and forth. It's funny because I was just telling my husband about this a couple days ago. I love to meal plan, and I love to go what I have, you know, look at the sale paper, you know, just, I love doing all that and planning. Hang on, my husband's calling me. Sorry, I had to take a quick break there. My husband was calling me. He is out of town for work. Okay, my meal planning process. I love to do all the sales and the planning and the lists and all that stuff. But then I'll have times where I have all these things and I don't want to think too much. Does that make sense? It's just maybe it's times where I'm stressed, too much going on, and I enjoy just going in there and putting things together, just being creative, you know, just like a little outlet. So I switch between those. I usually try to have a meal plan idea, but I deviate from it fairly often. I already told you how me and my husband met. And the meaning of my tattoo on my finger is just that, you know, the queen of this house, royalty. What is the country where my favorite food comes from? Italian. I love me some pasta. First thing I remember cooking or baking, and how old were you? Really, the first thing I remember making is Kraft macaroni and cheese. I didn't cook a whole lot growing up. As weird as that sounds. My dad did a lot of the cooking, and I just never, I don't know why. I didn't really start cooking until I moved out. And I can remember don't know what it was. I didn't even know what pesto was. This is like a funny first-ish story. It's actually our second place that we moved together. My husband we went to the store, and I remember he got a packet of pesto. And I was making, guess what? Spaghetti that night for dinner. And I just poured the packet of pesto into the sauce. Yeah. He was like, why did you do that? It's like I thought I was seasoning for spaghetti. Anyway, so that's how my cooking got started, and it has just evolved since then. Where was I born? Nashville, Tennessee. That is where I am from. Yes, I do, I guess, kind of have a southern accent. My favorite food, I've answered that. My children's favorite meals. My son loves bananas and toast. He'll be 3 Friday. You know how that age is. He doesn't hardly eat dinner with us. He eats his own, some things he'll eat. And then my middle one, she'll be the one that'll watch this and be like, you got that wrong. But no, she loves pizza and burgers. She loves cheeseburgers. So my oldest, what does she? I'm having a hard time. She likes a pretty good bit of different things. But what's coming to mind is like sweets and stuff. She's the one that she's the sweet lover. So I'm having a hard time honing in on a dinner. But spaghetti. I said that already. I know she loves spaghetti. So appliance in my kitchen is my favorite to use. I know earlier I said I can't pick one because they're all for different. Okay, we'll go though to if I had to get rid of one, or if I only had one, I think I would keep my air fryer and the grill. Because technically a lot of things you make in your slow cooker and Instant Pot you could do on the stove and stuff, but you can't air fry. I know it can fry, but you can't air fry. What's the easiest recipe to make when you're tired and have to feed the family in a hurry? That was always like a taco and pasta spaghetti. Honestly, I haven't made breakfast for dinner in a while, but breakfast is a really good one because it's like I've always got breakfast stuff. Let's see. For Pizza Hut, I like cooking Pizza Hut when I'm in a hurry in a pinch, and I don't, gotta feed them quick. What didn't you like to eat as a child that you love now? Sushi. I like red bell peppers and things now. I love onions and things now, as long as they are cooked. Wouldn't eat those as a kid. I've gotten a whole lot better. Like, there's still things I don't like mushrooms, but I like some stuffed mushrooms, and I know that's weird, but yeah, those are the only things I can think of. Yeah. And that was the last question. So thank you everyone for giving me a good little, what do you call it? I wanted to call it an itinerary. I had everything written down in a pad of paper. I might have said this in the beginning, I don't know. Because I was going to, film it the next day, but anybody else do that? Like overextend yourself, and then I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and then you struggle to get anything done. I'm getting better, but I wasn't as hard on myself at this time. I'm like, I told them I was gonna do it tomorrow, and here I am, just gonna give myself a little bit of grace. So anyway, I hope I answered your questions. This was really fun. I feel like you'll get to know me a little bit because I'm sure you've gotten that vibe already. Pretty introverted. Like being on camera is not my favorite thing. This has actually been okay though. I don't know why. I think maybe I'm just getting more comfortable with it. But yeah, thank all of you guys for your continued support all the time. I really do appreciate it. Like, this is so, I love it, and I will see y'all in my next video.